Hi guys, welcome back to Nail Art 101. So if this is your first time here, basically what this series on my channel is it's me trying out the basics in nail art. I'm not a professional. This isn't really me trying to necessarily teach you anything, except that you can learn from the things that worked for me and maybe the things that didn't work so well for me. So this series is always really candid. I show you my mistakes, I show you what worked well, all that kind of stuff. So this one is going to be nice and easy today because we're just putting on water decals, and this happens to be my first time ever trying this. So I'm going to show you my experience on a few nails and we'll see how it goes. So the first design I did was this floral one here, and it doesn't have, just like the other one we're going to do, it doesn't have a base color to it. I didn't know that. I thought it was going to be white for some reason. So I chose to not paint that nail. As you can see, I painted all the nails, but not the nail that the flowers are on because I thought it was already going to be white. Anyway, here's what the decal looks like. It's from Born Pretty store. I will list all the things that you need to know in the description bar. I used a little small pair of sewing scissors so I could, you know, cut it up and be able to turn corners and stuff. Here's my cleanup brush because it is going to get around in your cuticles and on your finger, and I use this Sinful Colors Blue. I'll list what it is in the description bar. So I first cut out the little rectangle, picture that I wanted to use, and that was just showing me snip it a little bit, but I didn't show the whole thing. See how I snipped it in a curve so it can go up against my cuticle? And then you basically just drop it in the water. It doesn't need to be warm water, cold water, anything particular, and I push it down. I'm like, get down there, stay under the water. It just needs to soak under there for like 30 seconds. I don't know. I wasn't too particular about how long to soak it for. Then you basically slide the decal off of the paper, and there is a plastic covering over the decal. You need to take that off. Here the decal is sliding off really nice and easily. So you could use tweezers for this, but I thought that the tweezers might cut into the delicate decal, so I just used my fingers. And then here's where I'm like, oh, this is gonna totally show my yellow nail. Whoopsies, I should have painted this nail too, but I was like, too late, I've already done it. So this one is a little bit more like antique wallpaper looking to me, and especially because of my yellow nail showing through. So you live, you learn. Here I am after I'd cleaned up a little bit. I'd cut the end of the decal down a little bit. I mean, as you go along watching this, you'll see I learned I really can cut down the decal more than I did. And then you put top coat on it, and that's it. Like basically, guys, I thought it was going to be more difficult than this. Yeah, I just placed it on, and then the top coat makes it nice and smooth down. And then here's the finished look. Like, granted, you can see a little bit of my nail, but this grew on me a lot. So I liked that one. Here is the next design we're going to do. This one I liked even more. I liked both of them, but I like this even more because I really liked the graphic of the paisley. I also got this from Born Pretty. I will link in the description bar below. So this time I'm putting them on all my nails. Instead of doing one accent look, I decided to go for one nail that was a different color. And it's hard to tell, but the decal is actually slightly different on that accent nail. So we're going to start out here. I went ahead and removed that other decal, and I wanted to paint this one a completely different color. I will also link in let you know in the description bar what this color is too. I really liked these two Sinful color polishes, and I think I found them in I don't know if they were in the Christmas display, but they were in a display that was like right before Christmas. So that just showed me doing one coat, but I did two. Here's the decal that I'm using. And so here's my bowl of water again. As you can see, that's way longer than my nail is going to need it to be. But, we learn through this experience. Each time I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it a little bit better. See how easily that slid off? Really, really easy. Now, as you experienced nail decalus, you can probably already tell, the plastic is still on the decal here. As you can see, the water's like shining right off, and I'm like, why isn't this conforming the way I want it to my nail? Why does this feel so different? And I'm like, what the heck? And then I'm like, oh, okay, duh, pull the plastic off. So here I am just basically kind of trying to lay it flat. Now, I had a lot of frustration in my Nail Art 101 before when I was making my own decal. The fact that it kind of distorted the image when it wouldn't lay flat. This one, it wasn't so bad. I'm not sure what it was. When you get real close up, you'll be able to see it didn't lay completely flat. There are like some little creases, but I don't know. it wasn't as bad for me this time. So as you can see, I'm taking my cleanup brush. This is a sticky way to do this, but also using the scissors to cut it off was kind of sticky too. So you just kind of choose which one. As you can see, it got the black, you know, product from the decal all over my cleanup brush, but I'll just take a little while to clean that off later. So here I am cleaning around the edges. Like I showed you, I used, oh, here's a nice up close shot. You can see those creases. So I think with decals, oh, I'm showing you, this is the Essie top coat that I used to cover the nail. It was nice. I like this top coat. So what I was saying was, I think with decals, you kind of have to be okay with the fact that there's going to be a little bit of creasing. At least in my experience, I did it on a hand and a half. Each one, I couldn't ever get the creasing completely gone. As you can see on this nail, I'm trying to kind of size it a little bit better so I have less cleanup to do afterwards. So yeah, I mean, if I was an ultra perfectionist, I think decals would be too frustrating for me because I never was able to get it completely creaseless. And if that's going to drive you crazy, decals might not be the thing for you. However, I do really love the striking graphic of this. Like, it's very nice and striking. It pleased me nearly as much as if I had done an actual, you know, nail art freehanded on my hand. It pleased me more than stamping because it looks more vibrant to me than stamping. At least my poor quality stamping. Okay, so here I'm showing you the different decal I'm going to use. They were slightly different. It's hard to tell. So this is my accent nail. Putting it in the water again. Swish it around for a little bit. You can actually just set it in there. You don't even really have to swish it. Alright, so I'm placing on my nail. This one, I tried to cut it down so I had less cleanup to do at the end of my nail. And what I learned here is I would rather have it be a little bit long than to cut it just perfect and have it not cover the whole nail. So anyway, there you can see I've got the creases again. So like I was saying, if you already know that about yourself, that even the creases will bug you, this might not be for you, but I really enjoyed it. Then again, that sort of thing's not going to bug me. But anyway, just something to think about. You know, if you already know, that's a frustrating thing. I felt like after it was on, I couldn't really see the creases, especially because I feel like this top coat really helps. That layer helps a lot to get rid of some of those lines. So anyway, here we are going in for the pinky. This is the last one. In case you're wondering, that beautiful holographic topper is a Revlon polish that is on sale for $2 right now at Rite Aid. If you have a Rite Aid around there, clearancing their Revlon polishes. I was just messing around with that top coat. And I had forgotten that I put it on right before this, but it was pretty. So, yeah, here I am taking off the plastic covering. I guess I never showed you that part before. Putting it in the water. And we're just going to make sure it gets all wet. You know what I thought about after I had done this? I thought, I wonder if I could just take a children's tattoo, you know, that you can get from the vending machines in the stores, and do this exact same thing with a children's tattoo and have something kind of fun on there. So I might try that again for another nail art. I might not call it Nail Art 101 because it's not really a basics, but that might be fun to see if it works the same, because essentially it's like the same thing, right? Because you put a children's decal on with water and it comes off with water. I don't know. Or maybe not with water. Is it alcohol? Rubbing alcohol? Anyway, so I thought, well, that might work. That might be fun. But the only thing is those children's tattoos sometimes are bigger than would fit on a nail surface. Anyway, I thought it would be really fun to mess around with that. So, yep, here I am just doing some cleanup again. As you can see, the acetone works really well to just pull that right off and it doesn't drag the whole nail. And then top coat, and that's pretty much it. So overall, I really enjoyed this process. I'm glad that I got a few different kinds from Born Pretty because I'm definitely going to try this. In fact, my mom's here right now and she wants me to put decals on her nails after seeing my nails like this. So I love it. It's nice and striking. It was a pretty easy process. I would say that this whole thing probably took me 15 minutes, but that's because I was filming and different stuff. So anyway, it's pretty fast. And then, you know, the top coat, it dried as fast as whatever top coat you're going to use, and it didn't drag. Like I said, it didn't drag the image. So I really enjoyed it. If you haven't ever tried this before, I definitely recommend. Yeah. Definitely a really fun one for me that I will definitely do again. How many times can I say definitely? I hope that you had some fun hanging out with me today, you guys, at Nail Art 101. Let me know in the comments if there are any techniques you'd like me to guinea pig and try out for you guys. I love hearing what you want to see. So that's going to be it. I hope you're having a great day. I will see you back for the next video. Take care, guys. Bye! So the first polish in the collection that I want to show you is called Toasty Fires, and it's a nice deep berry. It's a berry with some more red in it, and it's got some flashes. It's got some shimmer in there that's probably gold to pink shimmer. This formula is gorgeous. I put it on. It's practically a one coater.